Hello everybody, I'm Anna-Marie Viviers. Thank you for spending some time with me. This morning we're going to continue the chakra series. Today I'm going to be talking about the throat chakra, the power of your truth. What if the reason that you feel unheard isn't because nobody is listening, but it's because your throat chakra is blocked? How about that? Your throat chakra might be blocked. What is the throat chakra? The throat chakra is located at the center of your throat, literally about over here. It's the energetic center of your communication, how you speak to people, your truth, your self-expression, your authenticity. It's also about speaking your needs. In other words, what you actually want, about being heard. Remember, your throat chakra might be blocked. You might not be saying all of the above, all of the things that you need to be saying. The throat chakra is the chakra that asks, are you speaking your truth? In other words, are you saying what you need to say? Or are you remaining silent, swallowing what you need to be saying, often in order to keep the peace? Why does this matter so much? Your throat chakra is literally the bridge between what you are feeling and how you express it, or what you express. So you might be feeling anxious, you might be feeling sad. Do you actually express those feelings? So do you tell people, I'm anxious? Do you tell people, I'm sad? Or do you just literally block it all up and your throat chakra becomes blocked in the process? You know your truth in your heart. All of us do. Me, I know when I'm sad. I know when I'm happy. I know when I'm anxious. I know when I'm angry. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my heart. And all of us do. The thing is, do we talk it, or do our feelings literally stay trapped in our body? What happens when our feelings stay trapped inside our body? We become frustrated. We become resentful. We become anxious. We become emotional. And this often also leads to an emotional exhaustion. Not a nice place to be, really, if you think about it. When our throat chakra is balanced, and this is very powerful, you speak clearly and confidently. You express your needs without fear. How many of us often say what we need to say, but this makes us anxious? When your throat chakra is unblocked, you'll say what you need to say without anxiety, without fear. You say no without guilt. That's a biggie, guys, because that means that your boundaries are 100% in place. Your words carry calm authority. You communicate honestly and kindly. In other words, you don't snap. You don't have to shout. You don't have to become angry because your throat chakra is unblocked. A balanced throat chakra energy could sound something like, I honor my truth and I trust that it deserves to be heard. I honor my truth. In other words, I honor what I feel, and I also trust that it needs to be heard. When it's blocked or out of balance, and this is where we feel it, you struggle to speak up. You fear confrontation. You often hold back on your opinions. You say it's fine, when in fact it's not fine at all. You often feel misunderstood. You tend to over-explain yourself. Or you speak too much. You speak just to fill a silence. You know those people who just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk? That's why they do it. Physical signs can even show up as a tight jaw, a sore throat, neck tension, or voice strain. Remember, the body often carries the truth that the mouth will not or cannot say. A blocked throat chakra does not mean that you have nothing to say. Quite the contrary. It usually means that somewhere along the line, your truth wasn't safe to express. How do you heal? How do you open your throat chakra? Very simple, very powerful things that you can do. Hum or chant Ham. Ham, H-A-M, is the seed sound of the throat chakra. So if you were just to hum, ham, 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 instantly your throat chakra unblocks. Sing, even if you sing badly. Nobody's listening anyway. And singing is good for you too. Journal what you wish you could say. Remember, if you journal what you wish you could say, you do get it out. Maybe not just talking it, but it does come out. Speak slowly and intentionally. Drink water. Flow matters. Water equals flow. And wear blue crystals like aquamarine, maybe blue lace agate. Remember, the color of the throat chakra is blue. So if you wear blue, or you could wear a blue scarf around your neck. Wearing blue helps to support the throat chakra. Stop shrinking your truth to fit into somebody else's comfort. Guys, this is huge. You are magnificent, unique, your own being, your own person. Stop shrinking your truth to suit somebody else's needs. If you want to live authentically who and what you are, this is super, super, super important to do. Signs that your throat chakra might be activating, because obviously this is going to take some work. You're not going to just automatically, like this, have a throat chakra that all of a sudden works or is unblocked. You stop apologizing for existing. You know those people who say sorry, sorry, sorry 5 million times every day? Stop doing that. You set clearer boundaries. In other words, you learn how to say or no. Your voice feels stronger. You're not scared to talk up. You express yourself more freely, even if it means that you're saying something that the other person might not like. It's taken me a very long time to do, but I can now express myself freely. And you know what? If it raises eyebrows, it raises eyebrows. It's who and what I am, and I'm living my truth honestly, and that's what I have to do. And then say what you mean with love. In other words, don't snap, don't be mean, but say what you mean. But always choose your words carefully so that they don't become misinterpreted. Your voice isn't too much. Your voice is never too much. Your truth is never too loud. It's who you are. Beat your own drum. Your throat chakra activates the moment you decide to stop silencing yourself. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. Namaste.